So right now you have this image, and on this page, it's just a scanned image that I lock down and have the illustration above it. And I'm just going to do this one right here, kangaroo. And when you take a look at this selection, just resetting the type, and clicking this out, and just typing the word out just to get it going. And again, if you like that font, it's trying to get you to make it be a part of everything that's there. So this I just have attached. And remember that you can increase or decrease the font right from the window. And again, taking a look at the different lettering that shows up. But you're trying to keep it somewhat related to what's there. And again, also looking at different options that you have. So I copied it, so it gives me a little bit of a item to work with. And in this case, I don't necessarily need to change or take off any of the type, but I could just duplicate it to set this part out and use the text tool to take these two out, and just use the space bars. You see that cutting across. Okay. Same idea. I can just option to duplicate it, take the text tool and just highlight it, and just use the one letter. So this is a case where rather than try to work around everything, just build it right up from scratch there. Zoom in just so you can see these items, and just option to make this a little bit bigger. And you can kind of see that selection. Now the only difference is that the type goes with that size, so as I start to enlarge it, it also takes on that level. So I'm just going to highlight this, change this to a lowercase a, and come back this. So rather than fall to that, I can always go back in and create the outlines for this too. Okay, so it's a couple ways that you can work. You don't necessarily have to bring it that direction. But here it is, making it larger. And here's bringing this guy down a little bit, so it's not too difficult. And with this part, I can always go into the style of this selection here and make this bold, so you can see it kind of stays within that framework of making it that size. And I could keep this light, so it's just trying to take a look at the font and also how the word is related to it to see how this is going to be connected to it. Once you have it, it's a matter of then taking a look at it, and I'll duplicate it, for example, set it up to the top. I'll hide the background layer just so you can see it, and then it's just a matter of taking a look and giving it an option possibly of a color choice, the gradients that we've done, and see what might be a good choice to go through with this. If you remember, the color guides give you the tints and the shades of different colors to see. Maybe it's just a matter of keeping one color and changing it a little bit just to give some idea that you have the kangaroo and then the baby A for the baby kangaroo inside the G representing the pouch. If the text or the kerning or the spacing that you have, you can always adjust. So here's the option using the arrow keys to adjust or change some of the text and the font size. So it gives you that type of an option. And then once you're finished, taking a look at this part, don't need that. I'll just set this one down to the side here. You can adjust those pieces, but again, you have the color choices if you remember from all the different options in the color panels to choose from to give yourself an array of colors or just the gradients, that type of thing. But once you're finished, take a big screen capture of it. In other words, to get the resolution. So I'll just hit the Tab key, clicking on the letter F to move some of that out, or I could just zoom in to the page itself, and that'll give me plenty of room with some white space. So the Command Shift 4 allows me to make this, and as long as I don't let go of the mouse, I can move this with the spacebar and readjust this to this section, and that'll give me that screenshot for it.